Hello everyone, here is the presentation of next part of remaining points of wind power plant. In that particular wind power plant, the number of generators is used, we have to be already seen. In that particular system, the DFIG, that is called doubly fed induction generator, is mostly used there. So DFIG has a doubly fed induction generator system is a popular system. This doubly fed induction generator have the internal construction is just like that, which is shown in above slide. The doubly fed induction generator system is a popular system in which the power electronic interface controls the rotor currents to achieve the variable speed necessary for maximum energy capture in variable winds. Because the power electronics only process the rotor power, typically less than 25% of the overall output power, the DFIG offers the advantages of speed control with reduced cost and power losses. So this is all our system model includes a mechanical model of the blades, hub system and also shaft and back to back converting including thermal. This is the thermal all over thermal losses calculation by using this system, a magnetic model of the three-phase transformer and the transmission line and grid. So this is the all over internal constructions. In that particular, the gearboxes is available internally. The turbines is going to be connected to the alternator. So alternator in the sense that is the also generator. So this is the internal construction of DFIG, which is used for the variable speed. Again, main features of DFIG, that is the oil cooler, water cooler for generator, next high voltage transformer. The number of these parameters or these devices is used in particular wind power plant. Then ultrasonic wind sensor, next VMP top controller with converter, next service crane, then opti speed generator, then composite discoupling, then yaw gears, then gearbox, then mechanical disc brake, then machine foundation, then it is used for blade bearing, next one is blade hub, last one is blade system is available, then pitch cylinder is also used, and finally it is used for the hub controller. So this is all our important parts which is used in DFIG system. Variable speed with full power electronics, that is electrical machines used for this configuration are: first one is induction machine, second one is doubly fed induction machine, third one is field wound synchronous machine, and last one is that is permanent magnet synchronous machines. According to wind pressure, which is number of generator is used at that time also, according to wind pressure the number of motors is also used. In that particular motor system, the slip is going to be negative, and in that particular generator system, then next is variable speed wind power generation. Field wound synchronous generator is as shown in all over scanning area, which is color wise coding is available there. First part is shafter. In that particular center position of shafter, there is two field winding is available. Then in particular that the rotary system is available. After that, at the around side, the threads, we can say also slots is available, and finally it is going to be all over stator protection, stator cover is going to be available there. In that particular second picture, the permanent magnet synchronous system is used. So this is the central position is shaft, then rotor is considered, number of slots is available in yellow area, and finally the stator cover is going to be used there. The PM machine means that is permanent magnet machine, that is a new freedom machines, we can say also. Magnet strength proportional to the depth, then MMF, that is due to winding is proportional to its area. To reduce size and increase in efficiency, replace coil with permanent magnet. So in that particular all over permanent magnet machine, this system is going to be happen there. So PM machines have flexibility in rotor geometry. The first rotation is going to be used, after that second, after that third rotation, after that fifth and sixth, fourth, fifth and sixth. This is according to angle positions, particular 0 degree Celsius, 90 degree Celsius, 180 degree Celsius, 270 degree Celsius, and finally it is come back to again 360 degree Celsius. So rotation of these particular machines to the all over wind blades is also rotated. So PM machines have all over concept. So suppose in case of 1831, the scientist of J. Henry, that is a poor quality hard material using, and in 1932 the Alnico, that is the higher standard material is used. So what is the new? Why we were told that rating of synchronous machines in MW, that is megawatt, reality being used in ceiling fan. Whenever we see in our domestic applications, the ceiling fan have the approximately 40 watt power is consumed, and strong condenser for irrigation pumps is 2 to 5 kilowatt power is going to be consumed. So just think about, according to that example, how much power is going to be consumed by power PM machines. So this is the all over graphical presentations of BH characteristics of PM. So first point is load lines, slope of load lines is happen on y-axis. Open circuit operating point is available there, then normal load, then demagnetizing characteristics, and finally the knee point. According to knee point, this is all over the load system is going to be changed. So we have to be getting the projected curve, also actual curve. So this is the graphical presentation. This is also graphical presentation of BH curve, or we can say BH characteristics of different magnet materials. So power circuit level, there is the graphical presentation. Then magnet volume and BH max, that is the maximum volume magnet is available there. Minimum volume miniaturizes, less weight, reduced to cost, that is the magnet is as shown in figure. Then suppose maximum operating temperature have magnet is as shown in figure, then it is corrosion, it is the free from corrosion, at that time magnet is as shown in fourth number figure. Classification of PM motors: radial flux machines, that is a permanent magnet DC motor. Then classification one more is, that is a PMSM, that is sinusoidal back EMF and current, permanent magnet sinusoidal motor. So next one is surface mount PMSM, next one is interior PMSM, next one is line start PMSM, last one is that is BLDC machines, that is the brushless DC motor. So trapezoidal back EMF and rectangular current is available there, that's why it is brushless DC motor also called. So according to wind pressure is available, and according to conditions, the this type of all over motor is going to be used there. So surface amount of PMSM is magnets are mounted on the rotor, large air gap is armature reaction is negligible, reluctance is high. So and torque load angle characteristics is similar to cylindrical rotor synchronous motor. Next one is interior PMSM. So interior PMSM have magnets are buried inside the rotor. The rotor is more robust, high speed operations, uniform air gap, and the all over small air gap is all over greater than armature reaction. So this is the features of interior PMSM. So next graphical presentation of torque load angle characteristics, that is IPMSM, where TE1, TE1 and TE2 are magnet and reluctance torque is component as shown in figure. The developed torque is negative or up to 0, and the pull out torque of this type of machine occurs at more than 90 degree, which is shown in above figure. Next one is variable speed with full of power electronics. The electrical power circuit consists of DFIG, whose stator is directly connected to the grid via a transformer, while the rotor winding is connected via slip rings to a back-to-back converter. The grid side of the converter is connected to the territory winding of the transformer, which feeds the generator power into the 10 kV medium voltage network through a 20-kilometer long cable. The transmission line is modeled with a distributed parameter line documents. So this is the all over internal graphical presentation we have to be already seen. Then next we have to be seen, that is the power circuit diagram of variable speed with full power electronics. In the collector system or feeder system, there is have the collections of all over collections have the electrical energy. Suppose in case of blade system, there is a high wind pressure is available. According to that wind pressure, the blade systems or all over motor are going to be rotated. Also, that rotor is going to be rotated, and this rotation system is have rotated by using the number of gearing system or gearing mechanism, and that gearing mechanism have to change, increase or decrease according to wind pressure automatically. Then we have to be getting a induction generator or synchronous generator. For that purpose, there is have uh, electronics based soft starter is available there. Also in that particular power circuit diagram, there is capacitor bank is going to be connected there for the to supply the reactive power system, reactive power to the power circuit system. Also it is used for to improve the power factor of the system. So this is all over variable speed with full power electronics based circuit diagram. This variable speed with full power electronics based, that is the flexibility in operation and design, flexibility in selection of the generator, then gearbox may be eliminated, then turbine may be allowed to run at its optimum speed. So mechanical divertrain, that is the machine's rotor and the gearbox hub and blades of the propeller together make up the mechanical part of the wind turbine. They are coupled elastically with each other, which introduces resonant oscillations on the system. So magnetic transformer circuit, the three winding transformer is built up of primitive components from the magnetic component library. So compared to the conventional models using a purely electrical equivalent circuit, the layout of the core structure more inactive to understand, and it is possible to model complex non-linear effects like saturation and hysteresis in the three leg core. Means what is the three leg core? That is the three blades is available for horizontal axis wind turbine. The back-to-back converter comprises separates machine side and grid side portions which are connected with each other via the DC link capacitor. So next point, that is the rectifier control. That rectifier control is mostly used for the AC to DC generator, where is applicable or where is application is going to be happen there. So permanent magnet synchronous generator is used, then pulses is available and also PLL available. Then the reference current generator is fed to the system. Then PI control is also for the controlling system used, that is we can say also digital controlling system, and then it is fed to the three phase supply to the transferring capacity. Next, according to rectifier control, there is also inverter control is going to be available there, because of the whenever the electricity is going to be generated, it is catched at AC system. That's why the DC is conversion into AC. For that purpose, the controlling system is going to be used, and there is the reference current generator is going to be used. Also the controlling purpose, the PID control, PI control and P control system is going to be used for digital system organization. And then one more thing is, that is the active and reactive power control system getting condition is more important. So reactive power control is possible with PWM converter inverter. PWM means that power width modulation converter inverter. So leading power can be supplied to grid when it is required. Advanced control techniques can operate the wind turbine at its maximum power point. So this is all our advantages, disadvantages, active and reactive power system, control system. So back to, whenever we think about the control system, the back to back converter compares separate machine side and grid side portions which are connected with each other via the DC link capacitor. The machine side converter regulates the torque of the DFIG and thus the rotational speed with a double loop structure. When there is a speed loop generates the reference signal for the inner current loop. The current control is carried out for the rotational framework with stator flux orientation. In addition, the machine side converter also regulates the reactive power injection of the DFIG. So this is the grid side converter transfers the active power from the machine side converter into the grid through the LCL, that is the inductor capacitor inductor filter, and maintains the DC link voltage at 950 VDC. The method of active damping, feed forward as well as integrator anti-winding of the adapted for the PI controllers, and the converters operate using space vectors in pulse width modulation techniques. So this is all our simulation, this is all our power circuit diagram related information. In particular, technically it is highly applicable in all over sources of wind power plant. So finally we have to be getting conclusion. Power electronics in wind power generation is going to increase further for the advanced techniques, and use of permanent magnet generators may increase. So this is all our conclusion regarding wind power plant. Whenever we think about the magnetic transformer circuit and DFIG system, the double fed induction generator is a system of popular system in which the power electronic interface controls the rotor currents to achieve the variable speed necessary to maximum energy capture in variable winds. Because of the power electronics only processes the rotor power typically less than 25% of the overall output power. So this is the main advantages of DFIG, which is mostly used in particular powers wind power plant. So if you have any doubts, you can mention your doubts in comment box. Thank you.